It's interesting because when we started the television show, one of the things was like, oh, this is great. We're about to like pop off. We're about to travel. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to Europe. We're gonna go to all these stadiums. We're gonna do stand up everywhere. And then COVID happens, and then we're like, all right, we can't do anything. We not only can there was a concern about almost losing jobs and careers and things like that. But one of the things I was worried about is, will I ever get to see Goodison Park? Pepper Mills. Wow.
I feel like I just got the report.
The trip came to be very simply because Everton reached out to Christian, one of the people in the media department, and said, hey, we know you're a big fan, and just started a conversation.
They invited us to Goodison Park, to the game, to meet a bunch of kind of Evertonians, just to get to know more about the club and its history, and it's been just an absolute blast so far.
When the players arrive, they will arrive by coach, and they will come through that door at the very end.
Players usually have very, very serious faces.
Very serious faces.
But also super fancy toiletry bags, right? Just the fanciest toiletry bags you've ever seen in your life. By the way, have you noticed they have the Christian size and the Alexis size? It's beautiful. It's weird because if this was in America, it would be the Coca-Cola FA Cup. You know what I mean? What in the Yankee Stadium they say there's ghosts. Like you could feel.
Absolutely, that's it.
And that's what it reminds me of.
This place, and you will get that when we go pitchside, guaranteed.
Props to Yeremina.
Man, you got to do it.
I mean, we got
Come on, give him a little. Come on, a little pump.
All right, just Sam, add the salsa music that I sent you, okay? I'm Colombian during the World Cup because one of my best friends is Colombian. He was my roommate for years. It kind of introduced me to the game, and obviously when James was here, Yeremina, we were all like absolutely stoked. So this was great.
I'm American during the World Cup, so some of us, I guess, just care more. You know?
Come to a place like Goodison Park, it's like there's a sense of like I got to do everything right. I have to walk correctly. I have to make sure because there's just so much history and so much tradition that you don't want to like be disrespectful. Even like holding a camera and doing like a selfie, I'm like, is this allowed here? I don't know.
Yes, this is the away changing room.
I like how the seats aren't as comfortable. There's a couple psychological advantages there. Yeah.
They should just put like a live Jaguar.
we're still trying to figure out whose Jaguar it is. But I like those ideas of like, how do you win the psychological war? How do you win before you get onto the pitch? I love that. Another idea, hire tap dancers upstairs. And they're like, I don't even know what's happening up there. I think.
Quiet about Michael Flack.
Yeah. A bunch of river dancers up there. Could you imagine? We didn't get a chance to see the pitch until we did the players' tunnel, the tunnel the players walked through. And it was one of those surreal experiences. And I keep mentioning this, but I never got to see Highbury. And I have a little bit of closure with that by getting to see Goodison. I get to see what the inside of like, the inner workings of like a really traditional English stadium, which, as an American, most of our stadiums are very, they're very, they're massive, they're round, they're built, they're purpose built. These you could tell sort of have been, built along the way and they kind of harken back to the old times. So I got a chance to see that, especially for a Christian to get to see Goodison before it completely goes away. It was really cool. Ready to run?
A couple of stretches here and there.
You look like the worst Premier League player in history. Oh, and look how tight it gets.
Oh boy.
Huh? If you're Obama-Yang, I mean, just fun. I mean, this is.
I feel there's a lot of imposter syndrome going on right now. I feel I don't deserve any of this.
How's it going? Yeah. You're looking at the wrong guy if you want goals. Alexis, pleasure to meet you. Ah, got him.
And many people, you know, they've had their ashes spread here or their ashes interned here. And we've
There's so much more history, you know, to really something like this than we really get where we are. You know, look, I'm a huge Knicks fan, but if I was like, when I pass, I say, I want my spread at Madison Square Garden. My wife and Madison Square Garden would tell me to go fuck myself. Yeah, and they would know how it. Yeah. Something really cool happened. We go into the old players lounge, and there was a former captain there from their previous best season, 1985, and he leads the tours. And we just got to sort of banter with him, and it's like I said last time, like I could see people watching us because this guy's got a great personality, and people you can tell, like as a comedian, I can tell when the energy switches to, oh, I wonder what this is gonna be like. I can tell when that happens. So like Christian and I kind of turned on the jets, you know, and just started messing with him. And I jokingly shook his hand and said, I'm the new signing. Things have gotten really bad. And he immediately looks at me and goes, okay, well, first thing is,
you are going on a diet.
you're gonna have to go on a diet. And like, I was like, thank you, you know, thank you for playing along. You know, it was really cool. It was one of those moments where I walk away like, was that guy in there or was I the only one who saw that, you know? We gotta come back before it's torn down and get a drink with you in this room. Huh?
Anytime, and you are more than welcome to come on a tour.
Beautiful.
No, it's a pleasure.
I'm not kidding, we'll do a whiskey. Yeah. And I am not going on a diet, okay? They're like, if you're gonna go to Liverpool, you gotta get Scouts. And we're like, what is it? And they're like, it's Hardy. And we're like, but what is it? And they're like, Hardy. And they're like, yeah, but what is it? And they're like, Hardy.
Why is it a riddle? Pepper Mills. Wow.
You're welcome. Just want to get that out there straight away.
You know what? I'm glad you got there before I said thank you.
So excited.
This is going to weigh me down.
So from the time that you joined us on Twitch for a couple minutes, what's it been like since then? I mean, as a supporter, as an entertainer, and as just an Evertonian, and more people being aware of what you're doing.
Well, it's been a real bumpy ride, obviously with Everton.
Yeah.
Not doing great, but the thing is, there's always content, there's always material for songs, there's always something. So I like to think that even if we're doing the worst and we are appalling at the moment, at least I can bring a little bit of like boogie to your life, like a little bit of positivity, like I'm raising the roof, like, oh my God.
I love it. Yeah.
It's like, stop talking.
This is the best way to prepare. We just picked up a bacon buddy.
Which is dead ass just a bunch of European bacon, which is the loin, on bread. And then we put a bunch of HP.
European bacon is different than American bacon. What's different about it?
Can you not look at it and tell?
What's different about it? It looks like Canadian bacon.
No, it's not. Well, it's both, technically.
All right,
it's the loin.
you're talking to me like I'm an idiot.
You are, if you can't tell the.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Walton Hall Park. We are here for the Everton women's match against Durham.
They say, like, can you do it on a cold, rainy day and stuff? There's no way it's not uncomfortable. It's freezing.
That's a goal.
She's like, she ain't talking.
Go.
Gotta be a goal. Gotta be a goal. There we go. Yo, what's good? One player in particular where you took the ball all the way up. In your head, you're like, yo, I'm a score. Did you already have a goal celebration in your head where you're like, it's gonna be magical?
As a centre-back, you don't normally go past the halfway line, so I needed an oxygen tank at this point.
And I know, look, it's just one match on the way to win the cup, but do you celebrate? And if you do, how?
No, not really.
No?
No, we don't celebrate. I mean, we review it and be happy that we scored a goal. But no, we don't normally celebrate it unless we have some silverware in our hand.
Okay. Serious.
Gabby, George, thank you so much for joining us. Incredible.
Okay, cool. All right, just talk me through last night. Okay, look, I love these testimonials because I've always wanted to say this. I ain't here to make friends, okay? And last night, I lost friends.
What the fuck is going on? I flew all the way here. I mean, look, I am an Arsenal supporter through and through. If Arsenal would have won, I would have been belittling Christian the entire way home.
Oh my God, you can hear my voice. From the last time I spoke in this spot, I sound a little bit different because I was losing my goddamn mind at Goodison Park. Obviously the experience of going to Goodison Park is probably a little bit different than most people's first time at Goodison Park.
Yeah, the Everton TV was really cool.
Welcome back to Everton Live. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by the Cooligans, Christian and Alexis, who are here today. Now, to start with you, Christian, obviously Evertonian, massive blue. This is your first time at Goodison Park, I believe. How long have you waited for this moment?
She's really dope. She's super funny, and I mean, I saw her at the Everton women's match, and she's one of those people that everyone she walked up to, she had like a joke with, and I remember her from there, and I'm like, let's talk to whoever this is.
Amazing. And just for our viewers, I have just confirmed that I am the official third Cooligan now. I'm the Liverpool correspondent. That's my official title. So.
We never said that. She just said it on camera. So I guess it's real now?
It's real now. It's happened.
And then we got a chance to meet Molly.
A UFC fighter, who's also an Evertonian.
Massive Evertonian.
Look, I mean, I'm a comedian, she's a UFC fighter, we have too much in common.
Draw me the most scouse person you've ever met, and write out their personality traits. That's this woman.
Yeah. Come on then, boys.
Smoothies, bro.
She is perfect.
Well, I'm not going to lie, if I supported any other club, then Everton would definitely be them.
Come on.
But not today.
Like, she's just like, she kept trying to fight us, and she's a UFC fighter. She elbowed me twice in a joke, and I'm like, stop, yo.
Hey, you want to see my 2 foot? I'm going to fucking murder.
She was just so perfect, and I think she embodies what the club is, which is like half like joking pessimism, but this overwhelming positivity and this overwhelming optimism that everything's going to be fine.
At home, this is home, and it means much more to be an Evertonian. It's hard to be an Evertonian,
right.
so to be is a fucking privilege. I don't know what, we might not win, we might always lose, but it's still sold out every week. I'm not saying something.
Right. Well, look, all I can say is thank you for welcoming me into your home.
Thank you for picking the right colour.
Thank you for allowing me.
No, it was just really cool. Obviously the generosity and hospitality of the club was incredible. An incredible first experience. I had mentioned before how most people, a bunch of people hit me up and they're like, I flew to Goodison Park and I've never seen Everton win in person. And my first time attending a match there, I get to see a win and a win in an incredible fashion.
We ain't homies today. Now, maybe this will be the time Everton turns things around at Alexis's expense. I eat this pie and I just like want to work with my hands, you know? Yes! What is this?
Beautiful cross. Fucking hell. just those moments where if you're watching on TV, you'd be like, what's it like in the stands? And like, I got to be there for that. I got to see what it's like to be like, no, we got scored on. Yeah, fuck you.
This is a movie. This is ridiculous.
This is like a Disney film. Everton pulls it out. Everton beats the big bad, Arsenal. So at the end of the day, like, man, for this, I'll take that L. Fine.
Hey Mo, send this voice note to that Yang. That's what it means to be an Evertonian lad.